We have been walking through some very strong energy, asking us to discover our inner mystic, to tap into our dreams, expand the horizons of them, make the plan the strategy. Now we have a few days left of the solar eclipse energy before we get the lunar eclipse. And right now we are in an energy of new beginnings, new chapters, new relationships. And now we are being asked to tap into our inner warrior and go forward into the unknown. So sit back, relax, and let's explore the cosmic energies. And together we can gain an understanding of how to embrace this energy, utilize this energy, and move forward today and every day. So hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thanks for being here, and thank you for all of the positive, loving support that you send me each and every day. Welcome to your daily focus for October the 26th, 2023. Okay, let's jump into the numerology. We have that beautiful 26 energy. The 26 energy is an energy that allows us to, if we've thought about it, if we've planned it, if we've strategized, if we've asked questions, if we've searched for the truth, got all the knowledge we needed, didn't miss the small details of the stuff, great successes can come from that. So the more we plan, the more we have strategized and we implement that plan going forward, the more success we'll have, the more details that we go in with. And we've just walked through this amazing energy to actually gather a lot of that information. So this is a very strong number to actually have for our numerology today, because it brings all of that thinking and inner work that you've had to do over the last several days. It brings it to a new knowledge of who you are, your strengths, your greatness, what you deserve, what you are worthy of, what you can accomplish, your magic, your talents, your abilities. 2 + 6 is an 8. That's the financial money number, okay? So it asks you to embrace your strength. It asks you to embrace your courage. It asks you to walk with a sense of integrity and take a risk on yourself and go forward in a way that you can see yourself succeeding. If we look at the daily numerology, it's a 1 + 8 + 7, which gives us a 16 energy. And that is about awakenings. That is about breaking through the glass ceiling. So I just can't believe all the energy on how we could probably feel really restless right now, or extremely tired, like really there's just too much energy around. But all this energy kind of leads to the same, it's like we're all going to the ocean. What did they say in Nemo? All the water leads to the ocean. I'm sorry, I need a sip of water. I just finished a 12-hour shift. And I warned you that I'm going to look like this for a while, but you just got to pay attention to the message right now and kind of ignore the delivery. Okay. 16 it's breaking through the glass ceiling. 1 + 6 is a 7, and that's standing in your truth and putting energy into your relationships, putting energy into creating harmony and beauty in not only your environment but your relationships, and realizing it in yourself. The sun is in Scorpio. Moon will move into Aries a little after 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So the majority of us around the planet will experience a full day of the moon in Aries. And with this, it brings in that us jumping on the stallion, raising our sword above our head and yelling charge as we go forward. We're ready to leave the past in the dust we leave behind. We want a fresh start. And with this energy, a lot of times with this energy, it brings in this impatience or some kind of hasty actions. But because we've been using the energy so effectively over the last several days, we probably won't experience, most of the people around you, you'll see that kind of impatience, or they're taking some really hasty movements or actions in their life. But I don't think we will, because we have been doing the work, right? Well, we had free will to do the work or not do the work. So I hope he did the work. So yeah, we've scratched the surface. And if we're going to be honest with ourselves, yeah, we scratched the surface and we've uncovered truths. But we know that there is more internal work to do going down the road, right? But it's really, we've uncovered a lot of truths about the magic that we already hold within us. To not look outwardly right now for it, even though it does surround us as well. To know that the magic comes from you. The light comes from you. And so when you want to feel happy, you go within and grow your happiness. Anyways, we won't go down that road today. Today, as much as we have all this oomph to jump onto our stallion, raise our sword, yell, charge, we may face a bit of a challenge in a balancing act in order to actually take those steps that we have been preparing for. Okay, Scorpio is in water, Aries is in fire. So too much heat will evaporate the water. Too much water puts out the fire. The water is our emotion. Okay, fire is our action. So a lot of our thoughts have been the emotions, right? And building up that happiness and that joy that we're feeling in our bodies as we're imagining this wonderful, best life ever. And there's action. Now, too much action could even just burn us out. We also have Scorpio's fixed and Aries is cardinal. So fixed kind of keeps us in the tried and true and the traditional, and cardinal energy. Cardinal energy wants us to embrace our inner warrior and move forward, stepping into the unknown, going after the successes, facing the challenges. So this is a day where you can easily reach into that excuse bag and completely talk yourself out of your dreams. This is also a day where you can embrace your inner warrior, your inner mystic, perhaps, and summon the courage and the strength to take a risk on you. Okay, let's turn to the cards. I don't have my light on. No wonder it's kind of dark in here. I'm sorry if the video's a little on the dark side. I just kind of came in and looked at the chart for a second for astrology and looked at the numerology and hit record. Okay. Look at this. The Ace of Wands appears as our unconscious energy, or, it's the vibration of the day. Okay. So what was I just saying about, we've got this, this balancing act happening. We gotta make sure that we are not going to the extreme with our emotion or the extreme with our actions, that we're thinking it through. And yeah, there's a little bit of emotion in there. We're not putting too much emotion in there. We're not being led by emotion. We're not being led too much by logic, perhaps. Or, where we're pulling ourselves back to the tried and true rather than taking a leap forward. Okay, and where is the balancing act? How do we do that transformation so that we can go with the flow and we can feel safe and secure in doing so? What are the things we need to put into place or have in place around us? Maybe it's support of loved ones, whatever it may be. But it's definitely asking us to contemplate these new paths going forward and how we are going to bring that balance into our path going forward. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is going with the flow, trusting that what you are imagining as your tomorrow is already waiting for you. Now, we have to show up and we have to do the work. See, that's kind of where it gets us every time. Because we say it and then we wake up the next morning and it's still not here. We have to do the work. We have to show up. And if we show up, we start to understand that if we need people to come forward, people come forward. If we need money in our life, opportunities for money to come into our life will appear. But we have to have a faith. And the more we stress about, I don't have any money, I don't have any money, I don't know how I'm going to make the bills next week, I don't know where I'm going to live next week because I'm already 2 months behind. The more we allow those thoughts to just go over and over and over in our head, our brains do not know that we are not reliving that exact moment over and over and over again. So the more we do it, the more stressed we get, the more we pull our energy down, the more we feel like we can't go forward, the more we realize that there is a lack in our life. And so we need to really turn our emotion to, I know you'll take care of me. I know you'll take care of me. It's coming my way. All I have to do is meet it on the path. So I need to go out there and actively go in search of what I want to bring into my life. And through that, I attract, okay? Like the let's use a blue Ford this week, okay? So you want a new Ford and you want it to be a color blue, and you see this one car and it's like, wow, I've never seen that blue before. That is the exact blue I want. Okay, I do. I want a Ford F-150 and I want it in that blue. Never saw that color before. Want it. And you all of a sudden, what happens? You start seeing that blue Ford pickup everywhere. That color. It's like, wow, like did a new truckload just come in? Like, where did this all come from? And it was in our environment the whole time. But because we weren't focused on the blue Ford pickup, we never saw the blue Ford pickup. Once we said to our brain, wow, I'd really like this. Oh, here's one. So know that a lot has to do with your thoughts and your attitude going forward. Two of Wands, this is summoning in that new beginning. You've cleaned house. Look at the space you've made for your new beginning. There is nothing there. Even the one box that is empty. Right? You've cleared the way for it to come in, and come in with a vengeance. And then we have the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is very much about understanding the balance more so of our relationships, okay? So look at your relationships that you have in your life. Are they supporting you? Are you supporting them? Do they trust you? Do they love you? Do they respect you? Do you respect them? Do you love them? Do they need to do more in the relationship in order to grow it stronger? Do you need to do something within the relationship? Do you have relationships that, they only seem to show up when they need something? But when you need something, can't quite be found, or they're really busy and they really feel bad for us, but they just can't help right now. Or they're always there with their hand out because they know you've got a big heart and you just want to help them. So this is very much about understanding the balance in your relationships and looking at them and understanding what relationships you truly want to take forward, which ones you feel that you need to work on. Maybe it's something that you need to bring to the relationship. Maybe it's something that you need to communicate that you feel needs to be in the relationship. Maybe we're walking away from the relationship. Okay, an oracle card. And we have Fresh Approach 21. The Fresh Approach. Look at that card. Isn't that gorgeous? The Fresh Approach, which is really what we're looking at, right? 21 is the final card of the major arcana in the tarot, right? Then we go to the 0, or also known as the 22 card, the Fool, right? And we begin that path again, maybe on a more elevated stance than we had before. 21 is also about transformation. Oh my gosh, I'm kind of blind. Oh, I think I have my contacts in. This is going to be a problem. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Can one of you hold the book up on the other side there so I can see it? Time to step out of the box. An old way of doing things. You heard, I can't make this up. I really can't. You are being challenged to try something new. Look at how to create magic in your world. Create with the intention of filling your life with joy and happiness. Achieve your desires while experimenting with new activities. You always have options. Don't feel limited. Even when you aren't in motion, you are making a choice. You are being prodded to make a decision now. Don't worry about not making the right one. Every mistake brings in new lessons and opportunities. The amount that you can learn is immeasurable. Base your choice on love and the best option for you. Imagine that failing is not part of any of your choices. What will you choose? So you need to decide it. What that sentence is saying, if you didn't grasp it, is you need to decide on what you want to show up in your life and then expect that or better. Those are the only two options. Failure, not even an option. Not even on the table. We're not even discussing it because there's not going to be failure. We might figure out a few ways it didn't work that great, and so we will adjust and we will try again. Especially under this energy, because we know success is on the other side of that challenge. Okay. Oh, my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. They're flying about. Shall we see what that card was and just take that? Okay, let's do that. It was, oh, look at this. The Lynx. Keeper of the secrets. Keeper of secrets. Well, let's see here. Take time out from the world and be the observer. Nothing can deceive you when you trust your knowing. You see others' secrets and keep them sacred. In silence and solitude, you will find your strength. So take time out from your world and be the observer. Nothing can deceive you when you trust your knowing. And that's very true. I mean, right now, I mean, Scorpio does bring that out in all of us. Our intuition can grow stronger and stronger each and every day. If there's a time that you ever wanted to start just exercising your intuition a little bit more, and you know, just say, you know, when I turn this corner, there's going to be 3 people on the sidewalk, or there's going to be a mailbox, or there's going to be a sparrow in the tree, or there's going to be a tree, or there's going to be a bush or a flower. There's going to be some litter around the corner, you know, and start to think about what you are seeing. What is your inner gut telling you about this, you know? Look at pictures and then find out if they're nice people or, you know, like, use your intuition. If you feel that something is off, in the Scorpio energy, something is off. You don't feel that you can trust this person, guess what? You cannot trust that person. Your intuition is very strong and grows stronger each day when we have the sun in Scorpio. So learn to trust it. Learn to lean on it. Learn to allow it to give you the direction, trying to point you in the right way. It's funny when I do readings for people and, you know, I'll tell them, you know, well, you know, this is something that you're going to have to start doing. They're going, you know, I was just thinking of doing that. And that's because your angels are sitting there and trying to get you to move in certain ways. Or maybe it's a guide, maybe it's God, maybe it's source, the universe. But for some reason you feel like that. And I come along and saying, hey, you got to do this. And you're like, how did you know that? I was thinking the exact same thing. can't see the card. Oh my gosh. If I hold it up, will I be able to see it again? Will it come into focus for us? It does. Okay. So trust your knowing. You see other secrets and keep them sacred. And you know, so when you get those inklings, you're probably right. In silence and solitude, you will find your strength. So once again, we go within to find our true strength. We'll never find it out here, but we definitely will find it within. And when we embrace it and utilize it, it can move us to successes we didn't even think were possible going forward. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.